that'll make you smile.
Adam 12, now on
Portions of TV23's internet provided by SWKO Wireless Internet. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV23 Studios in Sublette, this is High Plains Today.
Hi, everybody. It is Tuesday, February 6, 2018. Welcome to High Plains Today, right here on TV23. On today's show, I'm going to be talking with Greg Standard. He is the director of the Seward County Emergency Management. We're going to talk about wildfires and how you can prevent them and how you can help protect yourself from them. Even though we got this snow and stuff in the northern part of the viewing area today, we still need to talk about it. In the meantime, let's look at what's happening. 3 people were injured in a crash in Stanton County on Saturday afternoon. The crash occurred on US 160, 4 miles east of Johnson at about 4:15 p.m. The Kansas Highway Patrol reports 50-year-old Guadalupe Atade, I knew I was going to mess that up, of Graham, Texas, was driving a vehicle east on 160 and went left of center and struck another vehicle. Now, Atade and 2 passengers were taken to Wesley Medical Center in Wichita. They were 24-year-old Jose Heredia of Amarillo and 3-year-old Luciano Emmanuel Blay of Granada, Colorado. No one in the other car was injured. All right, the Finney County Sheriff's Office is beginning a most wanted list. They will begin with 1 person and will add other persons they are trying to locate. This week's most wanted is Luis Omar Garcia Corral. Corral is wanted for kidnapping, aggravated burglary, robbery, domestic battery, computer crime, theft, and criminal use of a financial card. Corral is 23 years old, 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighs 120 pounds. Corral also goes by aliases Luis Corral, Luis Garcia, Luis Omar Garcia Corral, and Omar Luis Garcia Corral. If you have any information about Corral's location, please contact the Finney County Sheriff's Office or call Crime Stoppers. The Haskell County Sheriff's Office wants to warn you about a viral video that is currently circulating on Facebook. Now, if you receive a message which contains an obscene video involving an adult male and a juvenile female, report the incident immediately to law enforcement and Facebook. Do not share any videos that are containing child pornography. Law enforcement is actively investigating this viral video. And a change in the federal tax overhaul that passed in December may jeopardize privately owned grain elevators. The tax package contains in Section 199A a provision that rewards farmers with tax savings if they take their grain to a cooperative, which is member-owned rather than a private grain elevator. Now, if a farmer sells $100,000 in grain to a co-op, they will receive $20,000 in tax deductions or 20% of gross sales. If grain is sold to a privately owned elevator, the farmer will receive a deduction for 20% of farm income, which is much a smaller deduction than 20% of the gross sales. Now, the tax bill's strong incentive for farmers to take their grains to a co-op could mean that, in many cases, smaller farmers would pay little to no taxes because of the 20% deduction on gross sales. The U.S. Department of Agriculture says the goal was to preserve benefits in Section 199A for cooperatives and their patrons. The unintended consequences of the current language is a disadvantage to the independent operators in the same industry. Now, they go on to say the federal tax code should not pick winners and losers in the marketplace. The Garden City High School Counseling Department, they've made changes to the enrollment process where students select their courses for the following school year. The department is working to increase efficiency and boost parent involvement. Students will need to attend one of the You Choose seminars during the month of February to complete the course selection process for next school year. Garden City High School counselors will conduct an informative enrollment seminar with question and answer session for all current 9th graders and their parents or guardians on Wednesday, February 28th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. in the Garden City High School Commons area. There are currently 3 certified election system vendors in the state of Kansas, and all have been invited to participate in a public demonstration on their newest state-of-the-art voting system. Now, Seward County is slated to purchase all new voting equipment this year. The public is invited to attend and participate in this selection process by utilizing the voting systems and providing their feedback. The demonstration will be held on Thursday, February 15th, from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the Seward County Administration Building, County Commission Chambers. That's located at 515 North Washington in Liberal. Now, this is an opportunity for members of the public to help decide which voting system will best service the voters of Seward County. And Southern Pioneer Electric is happy to be back in the community of Satanta for another great Hugs partnership. They were proud to award the Cimarron Valley Golf Association with a $1,000 grant to be put towards purchasing new carpet for the community's clubhouse. Now, if you want to learn more about the Hugs program and how to participate, you can go to southernpioneer.net. And the Kansas House Elections Committee voted unanimously to send a bill to the House that could set a minimum age for candidates for statewide office, but they did not recommend the House pass it. The proposal arose because 6 teens, they made moves to enter the Kansas race for Kansas governor. House Bill 2539 would require all candidates for governor, lieutenant governor, secretary of state, attorney general, treasurer, and commissioner of insurance to be at least 18 years old. Candidates for the governor and lieutenant governor would have to be Kansas residents for 4 years before running for office. Now, if passed, the bill would not take effect until the next election cycle. All right, we had a little bit of snow up in the northern part of the viewing area early this morning. Since moved out, going to be chilly today. Roller coaster, going to warm up tomorrow. I'll be back with the weather right after this.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV 23 with host Chris Jewell. TV 23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
What if everything worked like those other guys?
Welcome to Awesome Burgers. If you would like to place an order, press 1. Please hold. You will be connected to the next available drive-thru attendant. Please place your order. For Awesome Burger, press 1. For orange soda, press 7. For fries, press 15. For tomatoes, press 2. For ketchup, you have pressed an incorrect button. Please hold. Welcome to Awesome Burgers. If you would like to place an order...
At Pioneer Communications, you can talk to a real person ready to help. Call today for service you can rely on.
Are you getting the most out of your Medicare plan? Are you sure? Many people with Medicare are eligible for plans that include extra benefits in addition to those found in original Medicare. Benefits like dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free with no obligation to enroll. In addition to hospital and medical coverage, at no extra cost, you could also get coverage for prescription drugs, dental, hearing, vision, and more. In many areas, plans with benefits are available with $0 copays for many services, $0 monthly premiums, or $0 deductibles. That's hospital, medical, prescription drug, dental coverage, and more included in one plan with premiums that may be as low as $0 a month. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free and there's no obligation to enroll.
Call 1-800-521-3583. That's 1-800-521-3583.
College is great, but before you enroll, which do you think is a better way to earn your degree? Live on campus in a dorm where you can't sleep, with a roommate you can't stand, attend lectures that you can't hear, with cafeteria food that you can't eat, or learn online at Independence University. On the porch with your puppy, in the kitchen with your kitten, on your bed with your bunny, your campus is wherever you want it to be. That's Independence University. And you'll also get a laptop and tablet to use in school, and you can keep them when you graduate.
1-800-274-8142.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
Cloudy, cloudy, cloudy out there today, and it's going to stay pretty much mostly cloudy most of the day. As you look off to the west on the TV 23 tower cam, you know what? It is 19 degrees out there. We got some high humidity, though, with a little bit of wind. It kind of bites just a little bit, 65%. Winds are out of the southeast at 8. Going to pretty much stay out of the southeast because they're going to bring us back a warming trend starting tomorrow. Barometric pressure is falling. Yeah, there's nobody really real warm out there. You can see haze. Got a bunch of snow on the ground, though. They're not going to warm up much today. They're at 12. Everybody else in the high teens, low 20s. Current dew points around the area. Everybody is pretty humid today, so that's a good thing as far as wildfires go. We're going to talk about that later. Right now, not a lot of wind. Everything's pretty much out of the southeast or easterly southeast direction. So that blowing snow is not going to be a real big problem today. Another good thing, they probably had, from Garden City North, I know Scott City had about 2 to 3 inches. Leota had 4 inches today, but most of that is all moving off to the north. And it's pretty much going to, you get north of I-70 into Nebraska today. All right, here's what we had yesterday, recorded at the Garden City Regional Airport. We got 60 in Garden City. I think we got 64 down in Liberal and out in Elkhart. 78 back in 1963. It was 11 degrees yesterday morning, minus 13 back in 1982. So far, not much in the old bucket for precipitation. All right, we're not going to warm up a bunch today, and we're going to stay mostly cloudy today. 29 for the high. Winds are going to stay out of the southeast at 10. Tonight, it's going to chill down. 12 for the overnight low. Winds are going to be out of the southeast at 6, dropping down to pretty much non-existent. That's okay. Then tomorrow, here we go on the roller coaster. We're climbing back up. 47 for the high, lots of sunshine. Light and variable winds out of the south, about 10 miles an hour. Then tomorrow night, still going to stay on the warm side. 26 for the overnight low. Winds are still going to be out of the south at 10. Got a big high pressure system moving back in that's moving all that snow off to the east pretty quick today. All right, on the 7-day, you can see 62 on Thursday, 43 on Friday. Do have a chance of some precipitation. That's going to be in the late evening on Saturday. Only a 40% chance now. You never know what's going to happen, though. That's quite a ways out. Then we drop back into the 30s on Sunday and then back up into the 40s on Monday. The roller coaster continues. That's a look at the weather. Be back with Greg right after this.
That's the number of free phones still available and the number of how many Americans can still get prescriptions free.
Free could be wonderful.
That's why I'm still working at 77 years old to pay off my prescriptions.
I needed to have a prescription filled and I had to leave because I couldn't afford it.
Call now and see what's available for you. Free prescriptions. Over 10 million people get prescriptions free, and the program has expanded so another 40 million can. Free dental. Over 15,000 dentists have provided over $330 million in free dental work. Free cell phones. 40 million free cell phones are still available with free minutes and more.
Free cell phone would change my life right now because it is something I cannot afford to get.
Medical supplies like back braces, knee braces, and diabetic supplies may be covered too. The free RX Plus hotline has saved callers over $12 million on their prescription costs. These free programs are now available to 40 million more people. Call now.
Are you getting the most out of your Medicare plan? Are you sure? Many people with Medicare are eligible for plans that include extra benefits in addition to those found in original Medicare. Benefits like dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free with no obligation to enroll. In addition to hospital and medical coverage, at no extra cost, you could also get coverage for prescription drugs, dental, hearing, vision, and more. In many areas, plans with benefits are available with $0 copays for many services, $0 monthly premiums, or $0 deductibles. That's hospital, medical, prescription drug, dental coverage, and more included in one plan with premiums that may be as low as $0 a month. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free and there's no obligation to enroll.
Call 1-800-521-3583. That's 1-800-521-3583.
college is great, but before you enroll, which do you think is a better way to earn your degree? Live on campus in a dorm where you can't sleep, with a roommate you can't stand, attend lectures that you can't hear, with cafeteria food that you can't eat, or learn online at Independence University. On the porch with your puppy, in the kitchen with your kitten, on your bed with your bunny, your campus is wherever you want it to be. That's Independence University. And you'll also get a laptop and tablet to use in school, and you can keep them when you graduate.
1-800-274-8142.
Welcome back. He is my emergency management go-to guy. Greg Standard, Director, Seward County Emergency Management. How are you today?
Good, Chris. How are you?
Good to see you.
It's good to be here.
You been kind of busy or not?
Well, we're always busy. You know,
Okay.
the planning cycle continues.
Well,
and
yeah.
Mitigation efforts and trying to get things set up and arranged for, you know, as the year goes on, we have different risks and hazards that we like to concentrate on. In fact, March 27th, we'll be doing our severe weather training in Seward County. And everyone's invited to come out to that at the Activity Center, 7 p.m. National Weather Service will be.
Is that
putting
when
on-
Jeff Hutton with the National Weather Service
That's right.
starts making his yearly
Yes,
trek around southwest Kansas?
that's right. And
He hits everywhere on that deal, and sometimes twice, doesn't he?
yes, he does. And I'm guessing I've been to it for 20 years, and he still has new and good information every year that I enjoy hearing his
National
talk.
Weather Service, important guys. Important
Very,
guys.
very.
All right, so you're starting to plan, but one of the things we need to talk about is, you know, we're still in wildfire season, aren't we?
Absolutely.
It really never went away, did it?
No, it won't go away realistically until we have significant rain and everything greens up, and that'll help us until then. And right now that looks like, probably middle of May at the earliest.
Well, and even with, you know, we talk about the snowfall they had up in the northern part, in northwest part of the state. I mean, once that is all gone and that starts to dry up and stuff, I mean, the chance for wildfire could be back up there too, right?
Absolutely, and I would expect that to occur within a week's time. The ground's extremely dry, so the ground's going to soak the moisture up. Whatever moisture that snow represented is going to soak in really quick. We get a couple of windy days, and we'll be back effectively where we were a week ago.
And you and I were talking before we went on the air that we probably haven't had, well, in extreme southwestern county, you know, Elkhart, Liberal, Hugoton, you know, Morton County, Stevens County, Seward, really haven't had any measurable precipitation for probably, 80 to 100 days?
Right.
Now, measurable.
Right. You know, and I think another way to look at it is we haven't had a beneficial rain in over 120 days.
Okay.
There have been a couple of points, I think at least twice, we've been able to measure the moisture, but measuring 20 hundredths is just not a...
It's kind of a trace now, isn't it?
That's pretty much a trace. That's what that amounts to.
I'm not sure the last time we had a trace in Seward County or Haskell County. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
All right, so let's talk about some of the things that you can do at home, you know, to get prepared or help prevent wildfires and any kind of property loss and those types of things, right?
Right.
Okay, so one thing, though, there's some things that you can do. If you have one of these deals, now that's, you know, that's a lot of tumbleweeds and stuff around and weeds that should probably be cut, don't you think?
Absolutely.
I mean, that's one of the big things you can do.
Yes, you can protect your property, and you know, there's no absolute in any given situation, but having at least 100 yards, or 100 feet cleared around buildings, structures, equipment, where it's mowed down close to the ground, that eliminates the rapid spread of the fire.
Okay.
And it reduces the intensity of the fire, so it's not as likely to spread into a building and
Okay.
and
Well,
wind up
and
bringing
100
loose the building.
feet is not really that. I mean, we're looking at this graphic now, and that first red line, that's only 30 feet. And then that orange line, that's 100 feet. And that's really not that far, is it?
No, it's not.
But
It's
if you went
doable.
to, now the yellow is 200 feet, that's a marked difference there.
Yes, it is.
So-
On the other hand, you know, depending on the location of your home and what's around your home, you know, the 200 feet may be realistically the smart option.
Well, especially if you're living out in the country and there's a lot of people that have built new or moved in, mobile homes or those types of things, and they still have a lot of landscaping to do. That could be a big problem, couldn't it?
Well, certainly. And, I guess I look, we have homes where they're situated and we have a plowed or green wheat field. Right now they're not that green, but if you understand, a growing wheat crop around the structures, and then they basically just got their yard. There's a pretty low level of risk there. If you live in an area where you're surrounded by CRP or pastures with tall grass, it's a huge difference. And then the 200 feet is probably a reasonably good start.
Or corn or milo stubble and those types of things, it's going to go through pretty quick also.
Any kind of stubble fields where there's significant cover left on the field, which nowadays most fields are.
Right.
Those spread very rapidly on our hot, dry, windy days.
Yeah. Okay, then another thing to do, I mean, you need to keep shrubs and trees kind of trimmed up high, right?
Yes.
That helps.
It does, yeah. You want the ground fire to stay on the ground and not get up into the trees and bushes.
Yeah, especially if you have a shelter belt around your residence or your farm or whatever. It gets up in that shelter belt, you're going to be in trouble, aren't you?
Yeah.
And of course, mowing. You need to keep things mowed, especially out in the weedy areas, because once the weeds start to dry out, poof, right?
Yeah, they burn alarmingly like gasoline. It's incredible the rate of spread in the dry tumbleweed type materials.
Okay, so the biggest contributors, two of the biggest factors in once a wildfire gets going is, now today's not bad. We got some pretty high humidity, right?
Right.
And not much wind.
Mm-hmm.
So you were saying that on a humid day, you just about have to go out and really try to light a fire to get it going.
Right. Yeah, it requires an intent almost on your part to start a fire on a day like this.
We get those days when we get these 20, 30, gusting to 40 mile an hour winds, and the relative humidity is 15%. Mm-hmm. Not good?
Not good at all. And that's where you get things as small as a chain, a safety chain on a trailer dragging on the highway may throw sparks into the ditch and ignite a fire. We have some people have metal on their mud flaps on trucks and vehicles of that nature.
Oh, yeah.
And those can drag and throw sparks. Usually we just wouldn't think that dropping some sparks on a paved road would create a problem. But when the humidity becomes that low, it is in fact a problem. And any type of spark, open flame certainly is capable of starting a fire. Cigarette butts, hot pieces of equipment moving down the highway, pieces of tire that might from a blowout or something of that nature.
Even farmers and ranchers getting out, you're cutting through the pasture or whatever. I mean, exhaust pipes.
Exhaust pipes are, yeah.
Those are a biggie, aren't they?
Absolutely. Particularly, and nowadays every vehicle pretty much has a catalytic converter, and the heat in that unit is easily enough to start a fire if you get into tall grass or weeds.
And then away it goes. All right. So, but now, because there's a lot of things that you can do to prevent or help, in the case of it, and that's, like we said, you got to keep your dead vegetation and that kind of stuff cleaned up and cleared away. Not like this place that we're showing with all the weeds. No. And if there's any, you've got the 30, 100 or the 200 foot barriers, and if you do, keep your grass mowed, right?
Absolutely.
Because it can come through that grass. I mean, even if you have your grass mowed, but there's some dead grass out there, or Bermuda or something like that on your lawn when it's still dormant, doesn't that stuff burn pretty quick?
Well, certainly, it certainly does. But the thing about the fire is the arrangement of the fuel. So whenever the taller the fuel, the more rapidly it's going to spread, and the more intensely it's going to burn, the more heat it's going to produce, so that it burns the next thing more quickly. But short grass, it's mowed short, is a fire that we generally consider containable.
Okay, it's just kind of going to meander.
It slows the spread and is it's a very effective way to control the fire.
So before we run out of time, because Brian's going to yell at me. All right, the biggest thing is, though, if you are involved in a wildfire or whatever, when they tell you to evacuate, you need to go.
You absolutely need to go. And at that point in time, if there are important papers, documents, medications, anything that you truly just need to have with you tomorrow, make sure those are placed in a bag or a box or something.
40 million. That's the number of free phones still available and the number of how many Americans can still get prescriptions free.
Free could be wonderful.
That's why I'm still working at 77 years old to pay off my prescriptions.
I needed to have a prescription filled, and I had to leave because I couldn't afford it.
Call now and see what's available for you. Free prescriptions. Over 10 million people get prescriptions free, and the program has expanded, so another 40 million can. Free dental. Over 15,000 dentists have provided over $330 million in free dental work. Free cell phones. 40 million free cell phones are still available with free minutes and more.
Free cell phone would change my life right now because it is something I cannot afford to get.
Medical supplies like back braces, knee braces, and diabetic supplies may be covered too. The free RX Plus hotline has saved callers over $12 million on their prescription costs. These free programs are now available to 40 million more people. Call now.
Are you getting the most out of your Medicare plan? Are you sure? Many people with Medicare are eligible for plans that include extra benefits in addition to those found in original Medicare. Benefits like dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free with no obligation to enroll. In addition to hospital and medical coverage, at no extra cost, you could also get coverage for prescription drugs, dental, hearing, vision, and more. In many areas, plans with benefits are available with $0 copays for many services, $0 monthly premiums, or $0 deductibles. That's hospital, medical, prescription drug, dental coverage, and more included in one plan with premiums that may be as low as $0 a month. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free and there's no obligation to enroll.
Call 1-800-521-3583. That's 1-800-521-3583.
All right, wildfires, do not take them for granted. You need to evacuate. Take personal stuff with you, medications, that kind of stuff. So it's an important deal. All right, let's take a last look at our weather. Hey, it's warmed up a degree. It's 20 degrees out right now. Relative humidity hanging in there at 65%. Winds have come down a little bit. Southeast at 7, barometric pressure. Yeah, it's still falling. All right, as we look at the 7-day going out, we're going to get back up into the upper 40s tomorrow. Look at that, 60s on Thursday, back into the 40s on Friday. All right, go out and have a great day. See you tomorrow.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.
College is great, but before you enroll, which do you think is a better way to earn your degree? Live on campus in a dorm where you can't sleep, with a roommate you can't stand, attend lectures that you can't hear, with cafeteria food that you can't eat, or learn online at Independence University. On the porch with your puppy, in the kitchen with your kitten, on your bed with your bunny, your campus is wherever you want it to be. Heck, you could earn your degree while wearing your PJs or while eating BLT with your baby, because you don't go to college. College goes to you. Complete your courses around your schedule. That's Independence. That's Independence University. No alarm clocks, no snoring roommate, no loud parties keeping you up all night, no note on your door telling you to sleep somewhere else. Instead, learn online at Independence University. Get your degree, but keep your life. And you'll also get a laptop and tablet to use in school, and you can keep them when you graduate. Learn online from professional instructors with real work experience. You get professional support in school and employment assistance when you graduate. Independence U, for an independent you.
1-800-234-3025.
40 million. That's the number of free phones still available and the number of how many Americans can still get prescriptions free.
Free could be wonderful.
That's why I'm still working at 77 years old to pay off my prescriptions.
I needed to have a prescription filled, and I had to leave because I couldn't afford it.
Call now and see what's available for you. Free prescriptions. Over 10 million people get prescriptions free, and the program has expanded, so another 40 million can. Free dental. Over 15,000 dentists have provided over $330 million in free dental work. free cell phones. 40 million free cell phones are still available with free minutes and more.
Free cell phone would change my life right now because it is something I cannot afford to get.
Medical supplies like back braces, knee braces, and diabetic supplies may be covered too. The free RX Plus hotline has saved callers over $12 million on their prescription costs. These free programs are now available to 40 million more people. Call now.
Portions of TV23's Internet provided by SWKO Wireless Internet. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and